Greetings, love magnets. It's time for our daily card pull, and we are using the Seven Centers of Attraction Oracle card deck, which will be available a little bit later this year. So we're going to go ahead and pull a card for some encouraging words for today. Sweet, sweet spirit, what do the people need to hear today? Okay, so our card for today is Energy Vampires. And the number here is number 21. The number on the card is number 21, if you can see that. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 is representative of Christ consciousness as well as collaboration. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Christ consciousness, there are a few different meanings. There are in-depth meanings to Christ consciousness, but for the sake of this card, as it relates to this card, this is talking about spiritual integrity. Okay, spiritual integrity, which we're going to talk about. So the message on the card is the title is Energy Vampires. Are they taking your energy or are you giving it up? Both are true. Energy vampires feed on an illegitimate grid of unequal energy exchanges. Let's think about that. Energy vampires feed on an illegitimate grid of unequal energy exchanges. Our keywords are duality, shadow worker, and mutual deception. So let's go to the message in the booklet and see exactly what it says in the booklet. So, are they taking your energy or are you giving it up? Both are true. Energy vampires feed on the illegitimate grid of unequal energy exchanges. Unlike your soul fragments, and soul fragments is card number 27, energy vampires seek to circumvent the natural cycle of giving and receiving by seduction. Ooh, think about that. Energy vampires do exist. Vampires do exist, but even in the movies, vampires thrive in darkness and need your permission to come in. You have been lured into the depths of your own darkness. Let your sun rise. Vampires are exposed in the light of your personal power. That's a deep message, y'all. That's a deep message. And again, our keywords were duality, shadow worker, and mutual deception. What does it all mean? What does it all mean, y'all? Listen, we have the number 21, which equals 3. We talked about that representing Christ consciousness, which is one of the meanings of Christ consciousness is spiritual integrity. And this card is saying, look, they're not just taking your energy, you're giving your energy up. You've allowed yourself to be seduced into giving up your personal power, allowing someone to plug in to your personal power. You know how vampires do. They grab onto your neck, right? They get in that jugular vein and they just suck your energy, right? In the movies, they're sucking your blood, but the blood represents the spirit. And your spirit, one aspect of your spirit is your personal power. So this card is warning us that, hey, don't just play the victim. Don't tell yourself that it's just them, because if you tell yourself that only they are playing a role in this and you have no power, then you're lying to yourself and you're leaving yourself in a position of being a victim. You're leaving yourself in a position of, being victimized and not being able to change anything, right? So the first way to begin reclaiming your personal power is to ask yourself some important questions, right? One important question that's here as a journal prompt is, what darkness of yours is providing them cover? What darkness of yours is providing cover for the energy vampire? Okay, so this is asking, hey, am I confusing energy vampiring for being needed, being loved, being seen, being accepted? That's a good question, right? What is it within me that is making me give my permission or allowing me to be seduced by this situation. Okay? Because the card says, are they taking your energy or are you giving it up? Both are true. Okay? It also warns that you have been lured into the depths of your own darkness. Let your sun rise. Vampires are exposed in the light of your personal power. This is a lot to think about, you guys. This is a lot to think about. How are you giving energy vampires permission to suck you dry? How and why? Okay? All right, that's it for today, you all. Let me know if this resonates. And I'll see you in our very next daily card pull from our seven Centers of Attraction Oracle card deck, which will be available later this year to the public. Thanks. Peace.